All right, breaking news yesterday, the SEC issued a press release fining Block.one, creators of EOS, for conducting an unregistered initial coin offering for their digital token. Now, there's a lot of misinformation out there, so let's take the next few minutes and find out exactly what this means for EOS hodlers, and if you hold altcoins in general, exactly what this means for you. Like the video, and let's jump in. To be clear, I believe this is a huge win for EOS, and if we look on the market, the community agrees. But let's break down the facts and break down this press release from the SEC issued yesterday. The SEC orders blockchain company to pay $24 million penalty for unregistered ICO. And this was a settlement. The company agreed to settle the charges out of court by paying $24 million civil penalty. And this is the reason that I say Block.one/EOS got off incredibly easy. This $24 million fine is chump change, a drop in the bucket compared to the $4.1 billion raised. I like this visualization that Crypto Dog put out on Twitter. This is less than 0.5% of the initial money that they raised back in 2017, 2018. But Block.one's initial coin offering was labeled an unregistered security offering. So the question is, what did Block.one do wrong? Block.one did not register its ICO as a securities offering pursuant to the federal securities laws, nor did it qualify for or seek an exemption from the registration requirements. And this is the reason that we're seeing more security tokens replace the ICOs, replace the IEOs in 2019 into 2020. And the primary mistake that Block.one made when they launched their EOS ICO was they sold to US investors. In a direct quote from the co-director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement, he said, "A number of US investors participated in Block.one's ICO. Companies that offer or sell securities to US investors must comply with the securities laws." Interesting. So, what does this mean for other altcoins that also participated in the 2017 ERC ICO boom? What do you think? Well, first, let me share with you why I believe and the community believes that this is a win today for EOS, despite the SEC settling with Block.one. I like the perspective from Eric Voorhees, who is the CEO of Shapeshift. He said, by far, the most important part of the Block.one settlement is that it suggests that the pre-product, pre-launch ERC20 version of the EOS token was a security, but the post-product, post-launch EOS token is not. I appreciate this perspective, and what this means is really what the SEC is charging Block.one with, or really what they settled with, is that the ICO specifically was the unregistered security offering. When EOS switched off of the ERC20 token, off of the Ethereum blockchain to its own mainnet, its own chain, and they did that on June 1st of 2018, then those EOS tokens became a completely separate thing. So while the crowdfunding that Block.one did with ERC20 tokens, that what was illegal, the EOS that you hold right now, that's okay. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor, but because of the precedent that this sets, I believe this is a big green flag for a lot of the altcoins that launched off of ICOs back in 2017, 2018. Yes, every altcoin marketed themselves differently, so we do need specific confirmation on all these others. But what this shows is that the SEC is willing to work with these cryptocurrencies. It's not life or death. The minute that I get an update, I will let you know. But what's interesting is that the SEC is sending a pretty clear message right now, which is if you fight the SEC, like Kick's doing, what happens? Business destroyed. But if you're willing to work with the SEC, talk to the SEC, settle with the SEC, no harm, no foul. Carry on with your business. So what's the lesson here? I guess pay the bribe, you'll be fine. Same sort of cost of doing business that the banks go through with the SEC. But hey, I guess this means that the crypto market is maturing. What do you think? Now, I do want to update you on some more troubling news coming out of Tron and coming out of Binance. Before we do that, one last thing I want to leave you with, a dissection of the SEC letter and press release coming from Catherine Wu, big notable person in the crypto space out of Masari. She's also a VC, very knowledgeable person. I'm going to link this whole dissection down below in the description. But one more reason that even she says that this is a pretty big win for EOS is because although they were charged and they have to pay a fine, this is actually a huge win for EOS because basically the SEC said that while they are paying the fine, there is no fraud and no criminal conviction in the sale. So if you work with the SEC, slap on the wrist, little fine, send you on your way. I'm going to link this entire dissection down below in the description. Check it out. And if you feel you've gotten value from this video thus far, or if you simply just want to get this information out to as many people as possible, like the video. I would really appreciate it. But let's get to some news. Tron, some additional news. Tron investors need to worry about Binance's TRX death grip. This is why I do not like centralization. Check this out. Not many people know about this yet. Binance, the exchange, appears to be using its TRX stockpile to vote itself as the Tron super representative and then scoop up the majority of the Tron block rewards. And to be clear, they're using their customers' tokens. If you keep your TRX on the Binance exchange, they're using your TRX tokens to vote themselves as Tron super representative. The Tron Scan website revealed the #1 Tron super representative to be Binance's recently launched staking address. After launching mere days ago, the Binance address has acquired 60% of all the votes on the Tron ecosystem. And they've succeeded. They are the super representative now. And the worst part is Justin Sun knows and he doesn't seem to care. And it's not a problem that they were voted in. The problem is, to me, that they used their customers' tokens, which is even more of a reason. If you keep them on the exchange, not your keys, not your coins. Very nefarious, in my opinion. And last piece of news, Bakkt is in talks with consumer brands looking to accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This will be a green flag if it comes to fruition. Again, they've just stated that they're in talks right now, and they announced this in an interview with Fortune. Bakkt CEO Kelly Loeffler and Jeff Sprecher, the founder and CEO of Bakkt's parent company, Intercontinental Exchange, confirm Bakkt is in talks with consumer brands looking to accept digital assets. They told Fortune, as you may or may not remember, Starbucks already plans, they say, to install Bakkt's payment software in its stores, which customers can use to make their daily purchases with Bitcoin. The coffee giant reportedly holds significant equity in the company. This is more confirmed. We just haven't seen any implementation yet. But Bakkt officially told Fortune their immediate goal is to establish BTC as a reputable investment alternative, something that the company says it took a step towards doing with the launch of its Bitcoin futures product last week. And that volume last week for Bakkt was a little low. If we check back in today, I mean, it's definitely increased since last week, 122, but significantly low. So we'll see. Let me know what you think. That is the news today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, if you haven't caught our video that we put out late last night, check this out too. This video is about the altcoins. This video is about Bitcoin. You'll like it. See you tomorrow.